Hello everyone, a warm welcome back to Fairman Planes. Today's video is slightly different. We're not reviewing an airplane model, but we're reviewing a model of an engine. So we've got this. I'm very grateful for a company called StirlingKit to send me one of these models to review on my channel, so many thanks to them. So we're going to have a look at this today. We're going to try and put it together. I don't know how long it will take, because if you see here it says more than 150 parts. That could take some time. So we'll have to see how long this takes. Hopefully it won't take too long, but I'll record the whole process so you can see what it's like. So they've also given me some instructions which I've just got on my tablet here. So yeah, I guess we'll start it. We'll open the box and see what's inside. Okay, there we go. And so got some lovely black sort of foam to protect it all, so let's carefully lift that off. And ooh, look at that. We've got some shiny metal parts, which is always nice to see, a good sign of quality. So I'll just pop that over there. Right, so let's see, I'm not really sure what we need to touch first, but I'll just take some pieces out bit by bit. We've got this. This, I think it's, I don't know if this is metal, it doesn't feel heavy enough to be metal, but it's a lovely shiny piece. It's one of the engine parts. I'm going to start to pop all the bits on the table, and then we'll put it together piece by piece. So it's just going to be a lot of taking things out of the box at the moment. We've got this. I think, yeah, this is all 3D printed. It doesn't feel like metal, so I think it's 3D printed like plastic stuff. Yeah, straight away you can see some like the manufacturing marks. So don't know if the focus is on, but I need to change the focus to the center. I'm sorry if that was out of focus. I won't know until I review the footage, but if I do that, it should be in focus now. But I can see, you might not be able to see in the video, but there are some little artifacts present that shows that it's been 3D printed, where like the printer's been going along sideways. I think I can see some of them along these little turbine blades here, but hopefully it should be all hidden away. We've got some colouring as well. Hopefully this is all on the interior as well, because the colouring does not seem to be perfect here. Like there's a little bit of silver there where it's not been coloured in, but hopefully it should all be fine. So I guess we'll find out. We've got these bits as well, so again, I think these are maybe the cutaway parts where you're not meant to see the whole thing, or you're meant to see inside the engine as well. So we've got like a sector that's missing, so you can see inside it. Okay, now what's this? I think maybe this is the front turbine, because this is all covered. So how do I open this? Right, I really should have brought some scissors, but oh, okay, no, that's not too bad. Wow, look at that. That is really shiny. I love the colours on that. Isn't that nice? It's really good. So there we go. There's one of the company identities as well on the side there, but it's a really nice shiny engine blade. Okay, so we'll keep that safe. Pop it over there. That can go away. And then, okay, another thing in the bag. Let me try and get this out. There we go. So, this is probably another inner piece. Silver, very shiny. Okay, and I'll pop that to the side as well. That can get out of the way. Right, and I think this is maybe the stand. Ooh, okay, I've just taken out some more there, but you can see the stand's kind of attached through some different pieces. I'll take that off. There we go. Pop that over there. Right, and that's another bit of foam. We'll move that over there. So we've got the stand. I guess we'll have a look at this later, won't we, when we put it all together? But okay, I'm going to pop it that side actually. Okay, and oh, okay, so it looks like we've got some electronics involved, so maybe it all spins and actually works. It did say on the front of the box that it's fully working, so yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how to fit this later, but right. I'm worried I'm going to get lost with the pieces. I'm just going to like scroll on the instructions a little bit just to see what it says to do. I hope this is clear. Alright, so I don't know how well you can see the instructions, but they're probably available online or when you buy the product if you want, so as long as I can see them I can make them. But right, first thing to do is install the high pressure compressor shaft. So that's the long black thing. It's not that, I don't think, but I think it might be that if I can even get it out. Oh, there we go. Right, so that looks like the bit on my tablet, and I think they're in blue, but maybe I don't think we've got any blue pieces, so I'm not... Are they these bits? I think they are. Alright, let's carefully get them out. You know what, I think I will take everything out and then sort of, what do you call it, assemble it after that. So, nice shiny bits, more 3D printed stuff, there we go. What's this? This is something, we'll find out. There we go, they look very similar, but I don't know what this white box is. Okay, so let's open this, see what we've got. So we're doing an unboxing, we're doing an unboxing now. Some electrical stuff, and oh god, screws. I hope I don't have to screw things, because that's just fiddly and annoying, so yeah, this could take some time, but there we go. It looks like a little motor here, so oops, need to be careful, but a motor of some sorts. Pop that over there. Some screws. I don't currently know what these things are, but we'll find out. And then these bits, yeah. And a tiny cog in here, which I ought not to lose. You might be able to see that, but yeah, I'm going to pop it over there for now. Right, so let's see, what's here? So this again comes in plastic, so it must be something that's visible from the exterior. They might want to protect it in this packaging. Oh, this looks pretty cool, look at that. So, yeah, maybe that's the back of the engine, who knows. Right, and oh my god, the amount of screws here. Okay, so yeah, this might take quite a long time. Look at this. Look how much stuff we've got to do. All these bolts as well. Okay, I think there's going to have to be some off-recording stuff when I screw these in, because this is going to take a lot of time. But yeah, we've got this and all of this crap to do. Okay, so I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess it's a good thing, because it kind of means it's a detailed model, and you know, there's been a lot of design put into this. But yeah, I like the engine cone. And I think maybe this is the cone at the back of the engine, who knows. There we go. Right, and then this is one of the big bits. Maybe that encases the whole thing, but okay. Pop that in there. There we go, another one of these bits. And we've got that as well. Well, we've nearly unboxed everything, but and we've got these bits. Yeah, I guess I can move the box out of the way, that will save some space. Oop. So we've got some extra bits here. And that looks like it goes at the back as well, but who knows. Okay, I put that over there. Yeah, there's a few bits that look like just white plastic like this, so I think maybe this is the spinning mechanism within the engine, so I'm going to try and keep them all together. What's in here? Ooh. Looks like some ball bearings with 2 concentric circles where they spin, so that should be nice. Okay, looks like the stuff you find in fidget spinners. Oh, and some more in here as well, so if I can get it out, that is. There we go, so some more ball bearing circles here. Okay, and we've got another Allen key here as well. There we go. So I think that's the unboxing complete. Right, I'll tell you what, because we've unboxed everything, I'm going to take a quick break, tidy everything up, and then we'll cut to the next clip for starting the assembly. Alright? Right, so I think the first step is to install the high pressure compressor shaft that we saw earlier. So we want, okay, right, so I think, well, where is it? We wanted this piece, that's the bit in the middle there. And then it wants us to find these bits which are clearly in a different colour, but so I think they're these bits here. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of like the spinny turbine things, so these things. They're different sizes, but we want these 5, and I think it wants us to use these as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, so there's 4 of them. Okay, and we've got 5 of these, so 1, 2, yeah, so, right, it wants us to use 4 of these, but there's 5. And I think they're different sizes, like, yeah, that is clearly smaller than that one, so, right, okay, so, right, so we've got 5 of these, and then, so these have like numbers inside of them, like we can see a number in there, you might be able to see it on camera, but these, do they have numbers? Where are they? Oh, okay, so they're on the other side. Oh, right, okay, so they have numbers on them, so I think it wants us to use 1, 2, 3, and 4, so whichever's number 5 we can just forget about for the moment. What number's this one? That's number 5. Okay, so I think we forget about this one, because it says to use number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fan blades, and I think 4 of these we need. Okay, so, right. Makes sense, I guess. I guess it wants us to, like, break these middle bits off. Kind of nervous about doing that because it doesn't break off that easily, but I think they're meant to come off, so... Right, I can't do that very easily, I can't break that off, so I'm going to have to get some, like, clippers or something. So, I'll be right back, I'm going to get some little clippers to chop them off. Right, ta-da, we got these things, so we can chop these manufacturing bits off, which I don't think we need on the model, so let's hope that I'm right, and we can go ahead. So, carefully. It's going to be quite difficult. Alright, that's broken off. Not very well, but I might be able to just bend the other one off now. There we go. It might not matter if, you know, we've got a little bit there, because we might not be able to see this part of the model. But there we go. We've cut that off. Right, this one as well. Let's cut that off there. It's quite difficult to get these pincers in because you've got a curved surface, so it's hard to like sort of get it in between where the thin bit is to break off, but we're managing. There we go. Okay, so hopefully that's what we need. And I think now we just have to put that and these together to get them out of the way, and then yeah, we'll put them together. So I'll get on with that. Alright, thankfully it's a bit easier than I thought, because what happens is you slide these turbine rings on, and I'm hoping you can see this, but you've got a little nib there that sort of catches onto these bits where they've cut into the plastic, so it should slide down, but don't know if it, oh, there we go. Yeah, and then this doesn't turn anymore because it's caught in that little nib there. So that's quite a nice feature they've done. Trying to work out which way round I put this, but I don't know if it matters. I think it's this way around, but I'm not really sure. Okay, right. Right, that is finally done, so we've got something that looks like this. I think this is correct. I hope that these can get tied down at some point, because currently these are just kind of loose, they're spinning around, and I don't think it's talked about sort of fixing them in place yet, but yeah, we've got that, so we'll leave that to one side and we'll get on with the next part. Right, we've just done our first bit of screwing, so we're just attaching that bit there. It's quite a difficult time to get these screws in, but we managed. So as you can see inside, there's some little bolts where the screws are attached to. It was a nightmare to hold them down. It took like 15 minutes to get all the these four screws in, but we've done it now, so yeah, we move on to the next part. Right, so I think the next part is to screw this onto here, like so. But also, if we look at the tablet, it wants us to put this big fat screw in, up through the middle. So if we look down here, I don't know if you can see in there, but I think it wants me to pull it like all the way into like the end there where there's a little sort of circle in the middle. I'll probably have to use this to get it in there, but I'm hoping that's the right thing to do, because I really don't want to get the screw in there and just sort of accidentally drop it and it's sort of stuck around in there, but okay, I think that's what I need to do anyway, so we'll give it a go. Alright, we've managed to do the next part, so we've screwed that in. It's a fairly annoying process, it was very fiddly again, kept dropping the screws, but managed eventually. It turns out with that big screw I had to put in through the middle, this hexagonal cylinder goes in and it screws into that, so yeah, that's all like firmly in place, and I'm confident that that's the right thing to do, so that's all done. So now on to the next part. Right, looks like the next step is to take that bit we've just made, this, and put these turbine and stator blades on. So got 4 of these, 4 of them, so we're going to put them in the right order, they are numbered, and we'll get them on and we'll have a look at the result. Right, I think it's done. So we've now put all these turbine blades and everything onto this. From what I can tell, you know, there are some loose bits that just slide around, and this bit, numbered 6, I think it just sits on there for now. It doesn't really say, you know, how it's meant to stay on there. If we look at the diagram, you've got that bit just sitting there, so I don't know what to do with that, but it fell off again, but So yeah, that bit's done. So we'll see what we have to do next, and they've just fallen off as well. Great. Hopefully it'll be more stable later on. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, I think, is just to put these bits together. So hopefully you can see this, but we've got this thing to sort of rotate in. I think that goes in there, and then what we need to do is attach or connect these three bits together, and then I think finally we just need to put these small bits in there. So hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to get started with the top bit, so that's this bit here. And I think it's that way and it goes in here, so let's try that. Okay, I'm not sure how I'm meant to get that in there, but oh, actually wait, if I... Okay, yeah, you've got to sort of rotate it in at not too much of an angle, so there we go, yeah, we can rotate that in slowly. And there we are, so that's that bit done, that's good. So I think, yeah, that looks all correct to me. We've also got to put these three bits together now, so let's see how we can do that. I think if I force that in, well, place that in there, so, and I think, oops, and then I think this bit, I need to move it in here, so, okay, yeah, that looks like it's going in the right place. There we go, okay. I want to... Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much alright. Have I put that in the right way, actually? I think I have. Notice that these sort of blades here look very different, or slightly different one side to the other, so they look... it looks more concave one way than the other, but it's hard to tell which way around that is from the diagram. Okay, I think the rounded side is facing up, which it looks to be the way I've put it in, so I think that's fine. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to keep it like that then. I do want it to go around a bit more because it's sort of sticking out there, not gone in there that much, but I don't know why it's not sort of moving around anymore. Okay, there we go, that's better. So I think that bit's done. And then we need to put these bits in, so I think there's 12 of them. How many do we need to put in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... Yeah, so all of them or most of them. Oh, okay, so there are these like big holes here to put them in, so that shouldn't be too bad. I wonder which way around they're going. So if I put them in like that, is it? Oops. Oh, so there's these inner holes as well, you see there, on the other piece we put in. I think maybe they have to go in there and there, so we'll barely see them sticking out, but I think that's what we're doing. So I'll try that. Okay, I think that's the first one in. You can see it's gone in that hole in the inside, and it's in at the front as well. There we go. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Try the second one. It's quite difficult to force in because it's obviously at a weird angle inside, so you have to be careful and push it in a different direction to the way it goes in. There we go. Okay, that looks like it's in, and yeah, that looks all good. It's going to be quite difficult to see the ones round the back, but I think once it's sort of flush on the surface there, it's good. Let's do another one. Ooh. There we go, that's flush. I think I'm going to do the rest off camera because I think you get the idea, but once I'm done, I'll show you what it all looks like. Okay, so I've put those small pieces in here now, so you can see all of them are fairly, pretty flush with the surface of this part. They have actually given me one extra here, but I think that's a good thing, because in case I broke one or something like that. So pretty sure that's now completed, so we can leave that. The next part is attaching the shaft here to the big engine turbine fan blade here. So I think it just goes on like that, and I need to screw that with some nuts and bolts. So I'll do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Just want to show you one of the bolts I have to put in. So you see that little hole in it, that's where I have to get one of these bolts, and I just dropped it. So it's been pretty difficult, this, because it's a very small area down there, so I don't know if you can still see it, but I can't get my fingers down there. I've literally been having to just drop this bolt down like that, and then you see it's now just sitting there, and I have to just try and tap it into place, and I've just dropped it down the whole shaft. So it's been quite challenging. Let me try that again. So see the hole there? Yeah, so now I have to drop that in there, and there we go. It's now in the hole, but it's not yet sort of flat. This one's taken a long time. There we go. So now it's flat, and then what I can do is I can screw it from underneath, which is also sometimes a bit difficult, because you end up accidentally pushing the bolt back out of its where it's sitting in there. So it's been a little bit difficult to do this, but there's an idea of what it involves. It was actually very difficult to do the first one, because you had to hold this shaft in place as well, because nothing was keeping it attached to the engine blade. But I'm just going to screw that last screw in, and then we'll go on to the next part. Right, okay, so it looks like the next step is to connect. Well, firstly, that's what the shaft and engine fan blade looks like. That's now firmly attached, so that's good. But the next step is to put this over that, and put this over this somehow. So I'm going to work out how to do that. I think I've got to cut these manufacturing bits off as well. So I've got some pliers or pincers here to cut that. Often what I find is that it does leave a small sort of part there that I can't quite get off, so I'm either sanding that down or using some nail clippers to cut it more against the surface there. But there we go, and I'll have to do the same there as well. But I'll try and put these on there, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so now I've cut these bits off, so I'm actually going to show this on camera, but we have to attach this cover on here, and it seems that I just have to sort of place it in here slowly, and I have to, well, hopefully if I push it in that should go in, but what I have to be careful of is the positioning holes of each of the layers. So there we go, I think that's all now in their correct layers, but we've got these positioning holes here which I think are meant to line up with holes like that. So it's just a case of rotating these around, there we go, until they're sort of flush on that surface and the holes line up. So like that. I'll push that around a bit. I'm hoping this isn't going to fall out. But if I push that around, we can see the holes lined up there as well. So there we go. Looks like that bit's now done, so that's good. If I put that down, and I try to do the same with this part here, so which way round does this go? It goes that way round, and I've got the casing there. Don't know which way round the casing goes actually. I think, okay, it looks smaller on this side, so I'm going to do it this way round. Hopefully that's the correct way, but if I try and slide that in, okay, it's going to be a little bit harder than I thought. We've got the pieces already falling about. That's brilliant. Alright, I've kind of got it in, but it's still got one more layer to go, so if I try, there we go. Oh, I think we're nearly there. Okay, I think we've done it. So now, right, now if I again move the layers round like that, I think that's all good. Yeah, most of the holes have lined up here. There we go, I think all of them have now lined up on that side. Yeah, there we go. That looks like what it's meant to be. So I think, yeah, we've got that done. So on to the next part. Okay, so these bits are pretty much done now. I'm just going to push in the last two pins to show you how it works. So it's just a case of aligning these holes again, because sometimes they move about, and we push these black pins in to secure them. So it goes in like that, and then you see there's a small gap there. Let's make the focus right. Okay, hopefully you can see that, but there's a very small gap there, and basically I just have to push that down until it clicks into place. So it's fairly good quality, this. If I show you that again for the very last pin, oops. So I push it in there. This silver bit keeps moving about. Okay, we'll forget about that for now. And then I just have to push that into place. It's almost in, but then I have to push it one little bit extra until it clicks, and then all of them are nicely in place there. Okay, so now this whole inner bit spins freely, which is really nice, and the same for this bit as well. It just spins about like that, and okay, the bottom bit is falling off as well there, but you know, the rest of it spins really nicely, which is good. One thing I noticed is that apparently I had all of these bronze bits inside here, all the wrong way around, so they couldn't quite fit inside there, so they were all upside down, so I had to take it apart and, you know, flip it, but now they all fit nicely within there. So there was a slight problem earlier, but now it's all good. Okay, so we'll go to the next part. Okay, so the next part, we're assembling all the core parts together, so it looks like it's meant to go in this order as shown on this diagram. So we've got this piece here, and then I think that attaches to that. We've got this ball bearing piece, we've got this inner core part, we've got another ball bearing piece, and then we've got this large thing here. So actually I think that's meant to be that way around, but yeah, bigger side at the top. Okay, so I think it's like this. So I'm going to try assembling that. First, if I grab this piece here, and right, if let's put the silver ring back in because it annoys me, it keeps falling out. Hopefully it won't after the next stage, but I need to just find where, there we go. So now that's sitting in the right place. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now I think we want it this way around, and somehow we want to just slot that in here. So how's that going to work? Right. Is that going to fit? I hope it will. Oh, maybe it will. We'll see. Okay, I'm having some difficulty actually fitting this in. I think it's meant to fit somewhere here, but I can't seem to work out how to do it. So, meant to go in one way or another. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to try and work this out off camera, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Right, so getting that bit to fit in there, which I've now managed to do after 45 minutes, was very difficult. It wasn't going in because, well, I was doing it the wrong way, but when I tried to do it the right way around, it still wasn't going very well, and when I got it in, it would barely move because it was really pushing against the some of the pieces around it. What I've had to do is I've had to, hopefully you can see this, but I've put some more washers or bolts in there, in between this silver bit and this bronze bit, so you can just see that, and that, you know, creates a little bit more space in between that and that, so that this bit can fit and that the whole thing can spin around just about. It's still not very flexible, smooth, but you know, it's the best I could do. It's kind of annoying how it wouldn't fit. I don't know if I did anything wrong. I did look at the instructions and I couldn't find anything where I did it wrong, so I really wasn't sure why that wasn't fitting properly, but well, that's how I sorted it. So now I'm going to get back to doing the rest of it. So I think, right, we've done this bit then, finally. So that goes like that. And what we now want to do is, well, let's try, I think that might just go in there. Oh look at that, that's a very, very perfect fit. And then this goes in here somehow, so I guess kind of like that. There we go. Right, okay, that's kind of satisfying how that spins around. And yeah, that's come down fairly nicely. Okay, and then what's next? Then it wants us to take this bit, I think, and okay, that makes sense. So I think, oops, this bit goes in here like that, and then that goes on like that, and then okay, so we start to screw it together then. Alright, so whoops, that's not good. I don't want to smash my tablet. Why is it not going in? Oh goodness sakes. Is that the right one? I mean, there's two here, they look almost the same. Let me try this one. Right. I mean, somehow it's got to attach to this, right? Because oh, this is very annoying. I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong, but it's just, yeah, I really don't want to break anything here, but it's just not going in very well. Okay, once again, time to sort this out off camera and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I finally screwed about 1 million screws in all of these holes here, all around, so now this is all one piece, which is good. It does spin. This spins, you know, fairly well. There is a little bit of resistance because like I said earlier, I had to put some bolts in there to make it fit. But yeah, that does rotate, which is good. And the lower part rotates very cleanly, which is nice. So yeah, it looks okay. Hopefully it's not going to cause any problems, but yeah, so that's done. Next we have to fit this in here, so this is part of the motor. So we've got this bit, we need this bit on top, we need these two square bits on the side, and then this bit goes underneath with the motor there. So let's try and put that together. I think it goes something like that. There we go. Okay, so that comes out the top there. This, okay, right, I think I have to thread this through. Alright, if I... Okay, yep, that fits nicely like that. Okay, and that makes sense. So these two small square bits sort of close that bit off, and it makes that green bit sort of connect nicely. Have I got that the wrong way around? Yeah, well, I don't, but I didn't cut off the plastic bit properly, so it wasn't going in. There we go, right. Okay, that's good, and we'll put the other one on. Okay, it looks kind of weird from this angle. I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't all look sort of straight and perpendicular. Something seems to have gone in at an angle, so hopefully that's going to be okay, but I guess it will have to do. I don't think it will be a problem. And then what do we need to do? Okay, last bit is to put this hexagonal cylinder on. I'm just going to first use some nail clippers to properly make that flush in case that causes any issues. Okay, that's better. And now we can just finally insert that in there. So, are you going to go in? Well, I'm not sure if it's meant to go in there. Well, it's not going in all the way, and I don't know why. Oh, okay. There's a little flattened bit on there. I don't know if you can see that, but because of that, it's not going to go in any direction. It's only going to. There we go. Had to go in a particular orientation. So, well, that's now done. Okay, right. I think that's it. If we go down, gear produced backwards. So we've got this gear thing. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm meant to do with that, but I'll leave that there. Oh, right, okay, so now we have to install the shaft with the cone and the gear, some more screws, and then that at the bottom. So I think first what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the shaft in. So, well, it looks like I need this. I think it's this way around. Yeah, it is. Okay. Looks like we need another ball bearing. Is it the big one we need, or is it the small one? Okay, let's try the small one. Okay, that fits in nicely. That goes. Oh, okay, that's clever. So, what happens is, right. When it says gear produced backwards, I'm assuming backwards means to the back of the engine, which is down. So, right. I'm going to do it this way then. And if I put that there, okay, yeah, that seems to fit. Let me get a closer look at that. Oh, I don't know, because now I think it's meant to go the other way. Let me try that. Now I can't get it off. So the gear produced backwards, and then here it says the figure is in the front, which means what? Right. Okay, well now there's a nasty gap between, what is it, the layers, so yeah, maybe it's not meant to be like this because I can't even get that flat. So I think, yeah, it is the first way round we tried, so if I try and take that off again, yeah, so the protrusion goes down, that's what I think. So if I put that back on there, right, yeah, there's still a gap, but I think it's less, so I think this is the right way. Well, we're going to do it like this anyway because it's not terribly clear. Yeah, okay, we're going to do it like that then. Okay, so, right, I think it wants me to put this down here with another ball bearing, so I think maybe like that. Oops. There we go, yeah, that fits well. And then if we slide this into the top, okay, is that going to go in anymore? I feel like it should. Oh, well, that went, didn't it? Okay, and that's good. Oh, and okay, so that's really nice then. So you can see, let's show you if the focus will work. You can see in there we've got some gears that meet each other, and they're turning around like this. So as the front fan spins about, it drives the rest of it. Well, that's really nice. Look at that. Okay, I'm not sure if this inner bit is meant to be spinning, but who knows. It's quite hard to get it to spin now. Okay, the whole thing does kind of still move about, but... Well, okay, that's cool. So, we'll leave that there. And then we want to attach the cone at the top. So, I think, hopefully it's just a case of it just sort of popping on the top there. There we go, okay. Well, that's really nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop recording, screw everything in, and then also get the motorised bit at the bottom inserted. Okay? Right, we're back again. It's been a while since I've touched this because the last time I did anything, I off camera spent about a whole hour trying to rearrange parts of it. So what happened was all these silver rings were upside down, and that's why they're in slightly different places. So you can probably see there that there's some marks there from where they used to be, and now I've changed that. So now it spins a lot more freely. I think this is now the correct way to do it, but I just wish that was signposted better from the start, because I guess I got it wrong. But I had to undo all these screws to take this off to then, you know, flip them and everything, so it was very annoying, but we've finally done that. So now I've just got to reattach this bit I showed earlier, so I'll do that and then we'll carry on with the rest of the assembly. Right, so I'm hoping you can see this okay, but one thing that's funny is we've put everything back together, and I was trying to give this a spin just to see, like, you know, how it would work, and it was resisting a little bit. And then all of a sudden a bit broke in the middle there, so I don't know if you can see, but there's a little white cog there in the middle that's meant to be attached to this black thing, but watch carefully what happens. If I spin the centre axle, well, now that white thing is coming along with it, rotating in between the outer and inner gears, which I don't think is meant to be happening, because I believe that, okay, I can't spin it very well, but if I turn this, I believe that the white gear there was meant to be attached to there. I don't think it's meant to come off like that. You can see the exposed raw plastic there. So that's great, and obviously I can't turn it further than that because now it's stuck. I don't want to break it even more, but you know, it's just doing that. So looks like we won't be able to get this bit spinning, but it's a bit annoying, but I'm, you know, not disappointed because, like, I think I followed the instructions as best as I can, and I don't remember, like, putting too much pressure on that when it, you know, should have moved otherwise. Like, you know, this should be, I guess, spinning, but for some reason it wasn't strong enough. Like, there's a very small bit of plastic there, and it wasn't strong enough to spin this whole silver bit with it by sitting in there. So there we go. So well, maybe it won't work properly or fully, but you know, we'll have to proceed as it is and hope for the best. So right, now we will move on to the next part, which I think is putting this motor at the back. So I'll get on with that. Right, so I talk about putting the motor in, so the bit that goes in here, and I can't get it in. So what's meant to happen is we've got a hexagonal opening there, which I'm meant to squeeze this into, and I think I am doing it the right way, and I can't seem to get it in. I've flattened the edges as much as possible from where I chopped the bits off earlier, and it's just, I can't seem to get it in. Like, not even one bit is it going in. Like, even if I gently hammer it in, I don't want to damage anything. Oops. Right, it might have slowly gone in a little bit. I'm going to keep trying hitting it in. Alright, that might be going in now, but either way it's going in very slowly, so it's, I must say, quite an annoying process this. Okay, well before when I was doing this it would just sort of like, you know, bend out to the side and it, you know, it'd show that I'd made zero progress, but it might finally be going in now, so I'll give it another go and yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, good news, got it in. Took a number of minutes, but it eventually managed to go in, so that's good. And then we put the motor in like that. So, okay, now that's not slipping in again. Okay, there we go. I think, which way is it meant to go? So the flat side that way. Okay, that's in. Right, so now to screw these holes in. So, right, so I've just assembled the final couple of parts. I might not have explained on camera first, but what I did was, what's that? Okay, yeah, no, I did that already. So I've put some of the engine casing there, and then the rear cone and whatever this thing is around there as well, and I've screwed them. The screwing gets pretty annoying, so I haven't been bothered to do all of them, but hopefully it should be fine. One thing I didn't say earlier was that just getting the screws in there was a very difficult job. I haven't done all of them because it took so long, but to screw up in there and hold the bolt or the nut at the top there where I can't get my fingers in, it's a very difficult job. So I mean, that was a very annoying construction process. But so I've skipped some out. Hopefully it's not going to cause it to tear itself apart. I mean, obviously if it's a real engine, then you've got to do everything properly, because in-flight engine failures are not good. But yeah, I've had to go like that for now. Okay, it does spin, and it spins the motor, so there we go. So for the ground reveal, I think we plug this in and it works. I don't know if the instructions say anything. Right, okay, I don't really know what this is. Tail spray. It says something about tail spray or whatever that really refers to. It might be that thing there. So there we go. Okay, so that's the end of the instructions. So it doesn't, I don't think it even says to, turn it on or anything, but, oh yeah, there it does. So we connect the power supply. I have just put batteries in here, so yeah, now for the ground reveal, we'll see if it, turns on and works. Oh, I think there's a little switch here. Okay, yeah, there is a little switch on the back as well, so. Alright, is that the right way? Nope, I'll just turn that around. So I think that's in properly. Yeah, okay, right. Get ready, we're going to turn this on. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Goes round. I mean, I guess what else do I expect? It's a shame that little piece in the middle broke off, this very tiny weak plastic bit, because that would have spanned the silver bit the other way, or maybe like that. But yeah, I guess the product is completed. Yeah, what can I say? Looks pretty nice. It's quite loud, I must say. Like this is actually, yeah, it's quite a loud motor, so I don't think I'd want this to just be sort of on all the time, because, that's going to be pretty loud and distracting and irritating. But other than that, it's nice to look at. I mean, if I just turn it around so you can see the front view. Here we can see, I think they've got somewhere there to put the battery cover. That's nice, there we go. You can really see it spinning from the front now. Actually, let me turn it around a bit more. There we go. So I'm sorry if this noise is jarring and annoying, but there we are. So there we have it. Spins around nicely. Yeah. So it's a shame this doesn't go around, but can sort of, it does rotate without much resistance whatsoever. I don't really understand how it broke off so easily in there, because I can spin this quite easily, but I might try super gluing that on, this bit on at a later date. But spins around pretty cool. So once again, I'd like to thank I'm going to turn this off because I don't think you can hear me very well, just in case. But yeah, I'd like to thank StirlingKit and Mechi Trading, whatever they call themselves, for sending me this model engine. If I had some feedback to give, it looks pretty good. It kind of does what it says on the tin, just goes around. Some improvement, I'd love a much easier construction process. Some of these nuts and screws were very difficult to put in, and sometimes it was unclear whether I was doing something upside down or not. Like, they have these little triangles there to sort of help you, but they actually made me think I was doing it the right way when I did it the wrong way, so they actually misled me. So yeah, I'd love a much easier construction process. Other than that, it's okay. Again, if they could reinforce that piece in the middle there, so that this wouldn't break off, and then this would actually spin in the counter direction when I've got it on, that would be great, because I have to try and fix that myself if I can. But yeah, other than that, it's yeah, it's alright. It's not a bad product. So I can't remember how much money this is. I think it was like £100 or £200. I can't remember, so that could be wrong. But I don't know if I'd paid that much for it. But yeah, other than that, it's not bad. So yeah, I guess it depends what you want to use your money on. But there we go. So I think that's the end of this review video. Thank you very much for watching, because yeah, it took quite a lot of time to make this, and I know the video is only so many minutes long, but it took quite a lot of off-camera time to put the bits together as well. So yeah, there we go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this spinning in the background, and then I'll sign off. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on another video again soon. Yeah, that's very annoying, that noise.